Dude, I've gotten myself into a whole new world yet again. You know me, always stirring up things for the thrill, right? Today, it was a bit of art and a dash of literature. You know, kind of like adding a jigger of whiskey into your coffee. Painting and writing, it's more alike than you'd think. I started with a sketch, just a simple urban one. You'd think nothing too mind-bending about that. But then I challenged myself. What if the sketch could evolve? What if it could tell a story? A short story, mind you. It was like as if every stroke of the paintbrush added a new dialogue, a new character, a new plot twist to the story. Crazy, right? But it was more than just an adventure. It was a revelation of a side I never thought I had. It was a bit like having Picasso and Shakespeare having a battle inside my head all at once. You know Layla, right? Yeah, the same, ever so organized, by-the-book Layla, didn't really see the whole metamorphosis bit quite like I did. She probably just thinks I've lost it, and maybe I have. But John, the old fox, surprisingly was pretty encouraging. It's good to know you have someone on your side, even when you're jumping off the deep end. By the way, Nina had her usual art-buying frenzy today. Met a Spanish artist with some flamenco-inspired work. I'm telling you, Nick has such an eye for these things. Could you imagine? Flamenco-inspired art? Sounds so vibrant and sensual, doesn't it? Remind me to ask her to share a few snaps with me. You know what's funny? Amidst all these whirlwind events, you know what my constant is? Green tea. Yeah, laugh all you want, but that slight bitterness is what keeps my wheels turning. Also, John, Imagine does a pretty good job in that department too. Anyway, man, need to head back to my artistic chaos now. Maybe I'll sketch a rebel fighting aliens on Mars next. Sounds fun, doesn't it? You wouldn't believe this, but I've decided to dive headfirst into the virtual art world, bro. Considering I can't even post a decent Instagram story without Nina's help, I reckon it's going to be one hell of a ride. But hey, just another day in my vibrant, chaotic life, you know? I've even been bouncing ideas off a guy named Peter, whose world revolves around screens and codes. Guy's practically a techno wizard. Ah, and you remember Nina? She said he's got a real flair for the digital. It's all Greek to me, but I trust her judgment. I've got to say, though, taking this leap was like stepping out of my comfort zone and doing a 100-meter sprint. The words, online presence, digital platforms, they sounded so foreign. Me, a contemporary fine artist, neck-deep in the world of digital pixels, go figure. Nina was quick to dub me as an entrepreneur. I laughed it off, kept on insisting that I'm not into the fancy business lingo. I'm just a guy who creates art, you know? But in all honesty, bro, it felt good. Her words were like a fresh coat of gloss on a canvas. On another note, my yoga routine's still going strong. Gotta keep the spine flexible if I want to twist my brain around this whole digital art thing, huh? Who am I kidding? Twisting myself into a pretzel under the guidance of Lily's more my style. You know, every day's a roller coaster, a splash of colors, sometimes mellow, sometimes bright. Some colors mix, while others clash, creating unexpectedly beautiful patterns. I guess that's what life is like, isn't it? So, you wouldn't believe what happened today. Remember my daily walks in Central Park, right? Yeah, those ones. I've actually been racking my brain these past few days, trying to figure out the best way to incorporate my observations from these walks into my art. And you know me, always with the crazy ideas, so I thought to myself, why not an observation-based artwork series, you get me? Pretty zany, huh? I mean, think about it. There's so much to observe, especially here in the park. The way sunlight filters through the leaves, the ripple of the pond as a lone duck swims by, even the random chatter of kids running around. It's all a vibrant mosaic of life. To bring that to life on canvas or even in sculpture form, exploring the possibility is exhilarating. It felt like I was staring at a buffet spread laid out across an endless table. And speaking of sculpture, guess who's gotten himself knee-deep in clay? Yep, that's right. Yours truly. I've actually been talking to Nick about it. You remember Nick, right? She asked if I'd tried any new mediums lately, and I showed her my pet project. She was quite excited, and for once I felt confident about my work. Maybe it's just Nick's positivity rubbing off on me, but I'm actually looking forward to my little adventure with sculptures. Talking about adventure, I tried this new sushi place downtown. Might even take Nick there just to shut her sushi monster up. And who knows, maybe even catch some inspiration from the California rolls. But man, all these musings and plans, they make me feel alive, like I'm caught in this whirlwind of creativity, and I love it. But as always, it's the slight bitterness of my ritualistic green tea that brings me back down. You know me, buddy. I'm all over the place. One moment sculpting masterpieces out of clay, the next moment streets of New York are my work's muse. Life's gotta be a little chaotic, right?